Hello beautiful people, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing good, beautiful people of God. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, if this is the first time I'm stopping by, thank you so much for clicking in. And if you are an old member, if you're an OD, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Okay, so this video is a reaction video to Furotv's previous video. I think that video was from 2 weeks ago or something. Yeah, so this is me reacting to that video on what she titled "Stop Colonizing UK." Okay, so Furo posted this video. I'll be talking and be inserting clips from Furo's video. Okay, so Furo made a video saying a lot of people are colonizing UK, so she posted this video right here.
You have to stop colonizing the UK. You have to stop making the UK as if it's just, I don't know what word to use now. It's just like second best, or you're just managing it. It's not like it's what you want. Because people be like, if you don't know what, just stop UK now. Just take UK first as your landing place.
Then you heard her. Some people made UK look like UK is their second best. UK is kind of you know, common, kind of. Yeah, to be honest, I actually agree with Furo. A lot of people are colonizing UK. Like, lots of people, when you go online, Facebook, TikTok, you know, a lot of people are just saying it like she said, somebody saying UK is, if you want to jump out of UK, contact me, UK. Yeah, to a lot of people, UK is like a stepping stone. And for some reason, Nigerians, when they apply from Nigerians, their process, the visa process tends to be delayed. You know, not just applying to the UK. When they apply to other countries like, you know, America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, their visa process tends to be delayed. So they feel like, okay, when they just move to the UK is easier, which is for a fact is easier processing visa applications, you know, from UK than processing it from Nigeria. So now talking about people using UK as a stepping stone. First of all, I want to put this out there. People migrate for several reasons. Like people migrate because they want to give their children best life. People migrate because they just want to live abroad. But majority of people migrate because of akoko. I'm not going to be saying that in English. Sorry if you're not able. And when they do migrate, you know, a certain number of them have these high expectations about what their life is going to be. I mean, yes, it's good to have expectations how your life is going to be in the next 1, 2, 3 years, you know, after you move to the UK or after you relocate abroad. However, without a concrete plan, I'll keep saying, without a concrete plan, trust me, that expectation will not be met. Yes, people migrate because everybody around them is migrating. Their friends, their neighbor, you know, everybody around them is moving abroad. So decided to move abroad. And then some people also have this mentality that, abroad, you go, you just be plucking money on the tree. Like you go, you pluck money, you go, you pluck money. You don't work for the money. On the other hand, some other people will say, I cannot migrate because I can't get a job abroad that equates my qualification. Now, let's talk about that. Talking about qualification, even those who come to the UK to study, you know, not just the UK, every other place to study, a lot of these people did not actually come to study. And that is what annoys me, because I've witnessed this firsthand. Like, people will just come into the UK on student visa. The moment they get down, they start looking for people to do the assignments for them. They will not go to class. They keep giving people their ID card to tap for them while they go and hustle for their daily bread. Do you understand? And these are the kind of people that will say, I finished my master's, I have my master's in the UK and I'm doing care job. You that have not even been in class, can you defend that certificate that you have? Yes, a master's degree holder in human resource management and probably MBA holder. Do you have any work experience? No. When you were in Nigeria, were you working? No. Now that you've come to the UK, you've come to study. Did you study? No. So how do you intend to get this job? Like they will say, I can't get a job that will equate my qualification. Let's even be real. If you want to get a white collar job, to be honest, experience is very important. It's not just white collar job. Even in the healthcare sector, experience is important. Every employer is looking for somebody who has experience so that they won't waste so much resources training you. Now, there's this African mentality that we have. I cannot come abroad and be doing menial job. Listen, let me tell you, there's something with this abroad life. When you come abroad, when you travel abroad, there's nothing like menial jobs. Like now, we Africans, they see those jobs as menial jobs. People who are here, they look as here. This is the job that they've been doing all their life. Like I know people who have been doing care job for the past 20 years. Like this is their career. They don't plan to progress. They just want to stay in that level. They've been there for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So it's us that see these kind of things as menial jobs. It's us that see plumbing work as menial jobs. It's us that see what is it called? Plastering work, bricklaying work as. Listen, these kind of jobs are people's career here. Do you understand? So that mentality of when I come abroad, I'm not even going to do care job. I'm not going to do warehouse job. Listen. Even that your white collar job, you are paid approximately the same thing with somebody doing warehouse job. Okay, now let's for instance talk about secretarial job or customer service job. They ask you, say, I work in the bank, I work with this insurance company. Let me tell you, all those companies, they pay is between £10.50 to £12. Do you even know that there are some people who are doing warehouse job that are even earning up to £13 per hour? Even people who are doing care job that are earning £15 per hour, even as much as £20 per hour. In a month, who is making the most money? One thing I love about this abroad life is any job you are doing, any job at all is respected. They believe there is dignity in labor. I watched a YouTuber, I think about a few days ago. She recently moved to the UK and she's having challenges, and normally when you recently move, there's always challenges, unless you are among the few that do not, experience that. So this lady, the months, I think 1 or 2 months she came into the UK and she has not gotten a job yet, and she put it out there, and a YouTuber made a video, and that person said, I cannot even relocate because I love my job in Nigeria. I can't get the kind of job I'm doing in Nigeria if I travel abroad. And I was like, of course you cannot get that job because you are a medical doctor in Nigeria, even a consultant in Nigeria. There's no way nobody will employ you to come and work in the UK without proper certifications. Because you are coming from outside the UK, for you to work in the UK as a professional healthcare personnel, you must be certified. If your job description falls under the allied professionals, you must have to be licensed before you work in the UK. Another reason I feel like a lot of people are colonizing UK is because, getting UK visa is quite easy. UK is one of the countries that their immigration process is very swift. If you are applying for a student visa, within 3 to 6 months, you've been granted a visa as long as you have admission. I remember one of my friends who got admission in Canada. Even with her admission, she could not get student visa for Canada. Do you understand? So it's easy to get UK visa. I feel that's why a lot of people are trooping into the UK. I've always tell people who care to listen, you don't move to a country because people around you are moving to the country. Your friends, cousins, everybody around you is moving. No. To relocate, you need to plan your life. And I feel like all those people making this kind of comments about the UK are the people who didn't plan their life. I've had someone who came into the country without proper plan. All she did was pay the initial deposit and boom, she came into the country. So when she came in, she stayed up to 3 months without getting a job. She was just struggling, living from hand to mouth. And believe me when I tell you, a lot of people are in this situation. People who are on tier 4, people who are on tier 2. Do you get? Some people, how they are doing course now, you do like this and they get you course. The moment you get into the UK, the agency will not give you a shift. Some of them who come on tier 4 visa without planning, hoping to get job immediately. I remember when we initially came, before we left Nigeria, we made sure that we had money that will sustain us in the first 6 months. And that was because we weren't sure what the future holds for us. So we made sure that we had our rent straight 6 months. We had money to feed ourselves just in case we get here and we don't get job. But luckily for us, when we get into the country, this month, the following month I got a job. After 10 days or 11 days we came into the UK, we moved into our first apartment. We were just very lucky. You may not be that lucky. However, the landlord told us that we will pay 6 months straight. Do you understand? So imagine if we had not planned, if we did not have the money, we would have missed it. So my point is, plan. Even while some people are commonizing UK, downgrading UK, UK is this, UK, somebody even said like, Nigeria don't cast UK because UK can't be like Italy. Italy are be I don't know. I think I saw that comment on Facebook. Why people have their own reasons why they don't want to move to the UK or why they don't like the UK. Personally, I love my life here. I've come to, socialize. I've come to, meet people. And another thing I like about living here is, you guys, the currency. UK has one of the strongest currency in the whole world. With what Naira is doing now, I mean, when you send money home, it's like big money. Meanwhile, you just sent a little bit. Do you get? And again, I love the fact that I can afford anything that I want. Back home in Nigeria, yeah, there are some things I would like to get, and I will like, okay, no, let me just prioritize. Okay, I will need this, I will need that. Okay, let me just get this. And but right now I don't even think about that. If I want to get anything, I get it. Whatever it is, clothes, designers, bags, anything at all, I can literally afford it. And the fact that I can also send money to somebody back home, like effortlessly, and you won't really feel the pressure. I mean, who wouldn't like that kind of freedom? Now, let's talk about another reason people are commonizing the UK. I will say is because some people who are in Canada, Australia, America, and I feel like they are more reserved. Like, you don't just understand the kind of lifestyle they are living. What I'm saying is, so I was discussing with this agency staff that came to work in my ward. She's a Nigerian, and we are just talking about, the whole Nigerian situation and immigration in general. So in process of discussing, she made mention of a friend of hers who recently moved to Canada from the UK. And she said that that friend has been in Canada for almost 3 months now, and she has not gotten a job that suits her lifestyle. Basically, that person has a master's degree from the UK here. However, she went to Canada and there's no job. And she is currently doing care job in Canada. I was like, why do we not hear care job in Canada, care job in Canada? And I also know some Nigerian YouTubers who moved to Canada on student visa, and the kind of job they are doing in Canada is also care job. But you don't get to hear this because they are not like sounding it on people's ear. They're not like shoving it on people's mouth and showcasing it all in their lifestyle videos, because they decided to be reserved. Because I watched their channel, I didn't even realize that was the kind of job they were doing until one of them mentioned it in their video. And subsequently, she started filming, when she goes to work, what she does, and that kind of a thing. Because anybody coming into the UK, the person has this thing that is only care job that is in the UK. That is the only job. But I'm gonna tell you, as a student or as a dependent, care job is not the only job in the UK. There are a series of jobs you can do. You don't necessarily need to do care job if you don't want to. There are lots of jobs that you can do as a tier 4 visa holder or as a dependent. Now, Furo even mentioned diversity.
It's diverse. You see your people. The second one that suits me personally, we see all Nigerian food. There's no Nigerian food that you need. You will not see here. When I was living in the US, I think we had just one shop. I think 1 or 2 shops that were serving like a whole area that is as big as Manchester. But in this UK, every look and crown has African food shop.
In Canada, I've seen lots of Canadian YouTubers say in their video, African food is expensive. Yes, African food is expensive here, but it's easily accessible here. It's easily accessible. And when you talk about high street stores, like here in the UK, like stores is a thing. Like even in this our area now, there's about 3 stores around this our neighborhood. Probably you are just short of supply, you just rush in there get. But from what I understand, watching Canadian YouTubers, you don't get this kind of stores around Canada. You can only go to the mall or go to the African store and get your stuff. But here in the UK, there are lots of stores, like go on the high streets. There are lots of stores. You don't necessarily need to go to the mall to get your supplies. Okay, you can always get your supplies around your neighborhood. But in Canada, I don't think that is the case. For you to shop, you have to go to the mall and all of that to get your supplies. So in summary, I completely agree to what Furo said in her video. I will put the link to that video here or here, so you can click it and watch it, okay? Furo actually explained it the way it is. If you don't like the UK, you don't need to like shove it on people's mouth. There are people who are in the UK, who are on tier 4 visa, who are on tier 2 visa, and they are living a good life. They are living their best life. They are making investments back home. Do you understand that you came here without planning, thinking, you come in here, everything will be all perfect? Hello? Life is not a bed of roses. You have to have a plan, not just a plan. You have a plan A and you have a plan B. Just in case plan A doesn't work, you move to your contingency. And also, if you want to relocate abroad and you are a professional back home, by professional I mean you are doing a professional job and you want to move into another country, before you do, if you don't want to end up doing menial job like a lot of you say, make sure you do your due diligence. Check out the licenses that you are required to have before you start working in that country, so that you won't come here and join the group and I can't get a job that equates my qualification. Yes, if you are a matron in Nigeria, if you are a bank manager, if you are a medical doctor, med lab scientist, physiotherapy, whatever it is that you are, and you are relocating abroad, make sure you have the right certifications, so that when you get into this country, it will be easier for you to get a job. You can even start applying from Nigeria. That you came into the UK and things are not working as you plan, doesn't mean every other person is in the same situation with you. Some people are living good and comfortable life. Some people are enjoying themselves here, while some are not. So you just need to make a decision for yourself. If you plan to relocate, do not listen to anybody. Decide within yourself, why am I relocating? Can UK give me this? Is my qualification needed in the UK? And all of that. It's only you that knows what you want, and you know exactly where you want to call your home. Home is where you make it. Yes, those people who are saying UK is like a stepping stone, they from UK. Because to them, UK is a stepping stone. To some people, UK is their home. They've decided that, yes, we have landed. You understand? So, to you that is watching this video, you need to decide which one are you. Do you want to use UK as a stepping stone? Why are you migrating to the UK? What qualifications do you have? Is my job needed in the UK? Is my job needed in Canada? Is my job needed in America? Is my job needed in Switzerland, New Zealand, Australia, and all the rest? Where do you want to move? It's only you that can make that decision. Do not listen to social media people or YouTubers who have turned to immigration agents. Come to Canada, come to this one, come to America. No, it's only you that can advise yourself and tell yourself exactly what you want. Anyway, beautiful people, this will be the end of this video. I think I've spoken too much for a reaction video. This will be the end of this video, and thank you for joining us. If you have anything to add, please write it down in the comment section. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section, okay? Until then, I will see you guys in my next one. All right?